G'day everyone, this is just a quick video showing you how to do the Frost Mage Artifact Challenge. The talents that I took for this challenge are Lonely Winter, Shimmer, Incanter's Flow, Splitting Ice, Frigid Winds, Arctic Gale, and Thermal Void, and I think they're all pretty much mandatory. The first enemy you'll come in contact with is Karam. Karam can be affected by your slows and Frost Nova and only has one primary ability, and that's the debuff that he's constantly gaining. This debuff increases his damage, which isn't really important as any melee from him is almost certainly a one hit, as well as his speed. This is important as it will get to a point where your slows are no longer effective and Karam just one hits you. The goal of the first phase is to get Karam to 32% health before he kills you with his debuff. Once you have Karam down to 32% HP, he will enter Purgatory. Purgatory makes him immune to all damage, but Raest becomes attackable. Raest only has one primary ability, and that's Shadow Bolt. He'll constantly cast Shadow Bolt at you. This can be interrupted, but don't. It's a trap. If you use interrupt here, you're gonna die. That's because from this point onwards, Hands from Beyond will constantly spawn. These have a cast that is around about 10 seconds long, and if this cast goes off, you're dead. It's not really feasible to burn these hands down in only one cast bar, so you're going to want to interrupt it once and then throw every bit of damage you have into it straight away. These hands are the absolute priority whenever they're up. Speaking of damage, the way in which we're going to achieve a crazy amount of DPS is by constantly throwing out frozen orbs. And the way we can throw out frozen orbs is thanks to the little shadow form things that constantly spawn around Raest whilst he's attackable. I'm not sure if you know this, but every time Blizzard deals damage, it reduces the cooldown of Frozen Orb. So if Blizzard is constantly up, Frozen Orb is constantly out. If you're not constantly having Frozen Orb available, you're not managing Blizzard correctly, and I suggest you do so, or you just won't have the damage for this fight. As a general tip, I suggest kiting around the room in a circle so that you can keep the Blizzard and the adds on top of Raest while he's active. The Blizzard damage actually helps quite a lot thanks to Arctic Gale. So, phase 2 is pretty simple. Kite the adds, throw out Frozen Orb, throw out Blizzard, kill the Hands from Beyond, interrupt the cast, and keep Ice Barrier up to protect yourself from Raest Shadow Bolt. Phase 3 begins when Raest starts his ritual again and Karam once again begins chasing you. Karam isn't back at full HP, however, he still does need to be burnt back down to 32% HP in order for phase 4 to begin. He still has a stacking debuff, and any melee attack from him almost certainly will kill you. You still will have a couple of leftover adds from the previous phase to maintain your Blizzard and Frozen Orb, as well as the hands to deal with. So, phase 3, you're killing Karam, you're killing the hands, and you're managing your Frozen Orb and Blizzard still. Phase 4 begins when Karam is once again brought back down to 32% HP. This is the burn phase, and the final phase that you have to deal with. The Hands from Beyond and the adds will still continue to spawn, however, you'll also have to deal with a little rune. These runes are dealt with by standing on top of them for a period of 1.5 seconds. If you don't stand on top of these runes for a period of 1.5 seconds, an add will spawn and it's going to run at you and kill you. The placement of these runes is random, but again, I have a weak aura in the description that's going to make a noise whenever they spawn, so you can keep an eye out for them. Unfortunately, these runes can spawn directly under Karam for some reason, and if that happens, he's just going to melee you, so you're dead. You have a choice to make in this phase. Eventually, Karam will come out of Purgatory, and you can either continue to burn him down and kill him, or you can just try and burn Raest before Karam kills you. Personally, I killed Raest and just continued to kite Karam. Realistically, you have so much damage with Ice Lands and Time Warp here that it's not really important to deal with Karam. You're doing over 1 million DPS, you're a bloody legend. So, phase 4, once again, you're managing your Frozen Orb, you're managing your Blizzard, you're throwing every bit of damage you can into the hands when they spawn, and then the rest of the damage that you have left over goes straight into Raest. You're cutting Karam, and you're always stepping on the runes. That's it really. It's an ad management fight, it's a kiting fight, but hey, if you played vanilla, you're probably used to kiting warriors. Best of luck, and have a wonderful day.